we can see that the participants are still joining, but as promised, we'll start on time. I'm really thankful to all of you that you have taken out time for coming to this alumni meet, because this meet is important to us. We are going to discuss the future perspectives and a lot many things, and we'll be knowing our peers, our past alumni, and a lot of interesting discussions we have planned for this 1.5 hour session. So not taking much of time, I would like to tell you the agenda of the meeting. We will have a very brief introductory session because the participation is less. So in the meanwhile, we can also ask few of you to unmute and can speak regarding your introduction. Also, the registration form, those who haven't filled it, we can take some time to fill the registration. Then I'll be inviting our program director, Professor Soman, who will be giving a brief glimpse of the IPHMDP journey since 2016. And then we have a few discussion points which we'll be taking forward. So before we go ahead, let's introduce ourselves, and we will take another 5-7 minutes. I request all the participants to kindly introduce yourselves in the chat box. You need to mention your name, your designation, and your country. Like you can see on the screen that Dr. Nandita Bhatnagar has shown us a sample. So you need to write your name, your designation, and your country. I request all of you, you can please write it down in the chat box. And few of you can then volunteer to speak. So over to you. I again request, please write your name, your designation, and your country together. Last 2 minutes, I request everybody to kindly introduce yourself in the chat box. Please write your name, your designation, and your country. So thank you very much. Participants, you can continue with posting. We will go ahead with our second agenda for the day. So I request the participants that those who have already filled the registration form, it's absolutely great, but we can take another 5 minutes to fill the registration form, those who haven't filled it. So my colleague, Dr. Nandita, will be posting the link in the chat box. I request you to kindly just click on the link and fill the registration form. And those who have already filled it, please check your details in the Google Sheet, which is also provided in the chat box. I again repeat, those who haven't filled the registration form, please click on the first link which is shared by Dr. Nandita. And those who have already filled, please check your details in the Google Sheet, which is the second link shared in the chat box. So last 2 minutes. So those who have the access to the Google Sheet can also edit your name. If there is any spelling error, your email address is wrong, you can correct it. You can update the Google Sheet. So I request the participants who have not filled it, kindly fill the registration form. And if you need to do some corrections, you can just do it on the Google Sheet. So thank you very much. And we will share these links in the alumni group also, the WhatsApp group. So now it's time to have a very brief glimpse of the IPHMDP journey from 2016, how it started. And I would take the honor to welcome our Program Director, Professor Sonu Goyal. Please take over the stage from here and let's share the journey with our alumni. So I welcome you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Kritika. And namaste, hello, bonjour, hola, how's it? Assalamu alaikum. So it's really a very happy moment for me, all of you, to see beautiful faces, which we still remember since we started this program 6-7 years back. So we started this program in 2016. And it has been now 7 years, and we thought of having this alumni meet, the first alumni meet. And of course, we'll be meeting more often now from now on different issues which are of mutual interests. So I will quickly get back to those memories of my past. And this course was actually started, this management course. It was the researchers will, students will, and the program implementers will. So our student used to say that we don't have any management trainings in our curriculum. The program implementers who are managing various programs like TB program, HIV program, so they used to say that we don't have any such skills which we are being given trainings. And similarly, researcher used to say that we don't have any evidence on impact of management and leadership on organizational performance. You know, all people who have been trained on this, what impact it will do on organizational performance. So thereafter, this journey started, and we thought of conducting this IPHMDP in 2016. Over to the next slide, Kritika. So this was the fall of idea in 2016, based upon all these versions. And then I thought that what if this new business model fails? You know, every business model either succeeds or fail. And for a new business model, which is like a startup, it is there are more likely chances of being a failure, you know, when you are doing this. So then I thought that at least it can become a case study for our management students who are actually learning management. So this failed case study will be there for them. So next slide. Then we started this journey, and I'll be narrating this briefly, various phases which we started. You might remember, after I narrate all these phases, in which phases you were. In the first phase, this was the program need. I already narrated the program need. We have many public health challenges, including COVID, including many other things which are there. And we thought of training officials on planning, monitoring, evaluation, how to do evaluation, and to build their capacity on management and leadership, besides those soft skills. Next, please. Yeah, so we try to do a lot of things. We have various case studies and a lot of other technical, beside technical thing. You might all remember the games which we used to play together and the type of exercises which we do together. Next. This was the pedagogy which we later named as gamification. And this was the adult learning pedagogy, where traditional formal learning method like lecture, PowerPoint presentation, and case studies was supplemented by informal learning method like various exercises, real case scenarios, management games, videos, mobile application, and so on and so forth. So we used to have different, in some of your courses, we have mobile applications. In some of your courses, we have videos or games. So it was an evolving program, and we used to take feedback from all of you what in next program should be. You might remember that you all had some interviews with us, and those interviews were used in improvising the future programs. Next, please. So this was the key highlight of this program. We thought that we should make a program which is different from others, and that's why we have an appropriate blend of participants. The cohort in which you might be, you might remember that there are academicians, there are researchers, there are program implementers, they are from different nations, and we have categorically selected people from different countries, different competencies, so that we have a very mixed cohort. And similarly, we have an elite panel of experts and facilitators to train our participants. We have a mix of teaching methods, I have already told, and we emphasize on learning management with fun. So we always think that engaging you for 5 days or 10 days program, it is difficult if we just go with those routine teaching. So that's why we incorporated a lot of fun games, but those fun games had some or the other lessons inbuilt into them. Then there are application center learning. We have various field visits. Many of you might remember the visits to Shimla, visits to nearby health centers, and we used the e-technologies. A lot of competitions were there, and Facebook page, LinkedIn, email, and all those things. And we try to be environment friendly because we give BPA free bottles, either they are steel or they're non-plastic. And we again emphasize on cross-cultural learning. That is, yoga and Bhangra lessons were there. Many of you might remember in the morning, you have laughter yoga, you have Bhangra, and there were cultural night. And you might all remember at least the cultural night which you all celebrated, which we all celebrated together. Next, please. So this was the first cohort of India. So we started with Indian participants. So this was the first cohort, and for us, it became a very successful case study because just after nomination, we had 100+ nomination from India, and at that point of time, it was self-sponsored course. So participants have to pay the fees for that. So people paid fees, and I am happy to inform you that we have All India Institute of Medical Sciences, which are the topmost medical universities in our country. So 5 head of the departments of AIIMS joined as participants in that program. So that shows the credibility of the program. That shows that people want to learn public health management and leadership. And similar to the other programs where we have participation from different countries, in our country, you see in the map, we have participants from different states. Every state, we took participants from different states so that we have a cross-cultural. They paid on their own for their travel. They paid on their own for staying here. They paid the registration fees, and they learned for 5 days. So it was from 16th May. So 16th May was when our program started. Next, please. So, so then one of the participants of IPHMDP 1, so he told that he has some work, otherwise he would have been here, and we would be happy to glad to listen to him. Dr. Ayam Gupta. So he became the Director Centro Cultural Relations in Peru. So he became Director Cultural Relation in Peru, and he went there. He tried to convince, without my knowledge, he tried to convince the ambassador there, ambassador of India in Peru, and I received a call from there that we want to conduct a course in Peru for this public health management, if you can come here, but the course will be in Spanish. So at that point of time, I denied that because I do not know Spanish language. But what happened, then they communicated to Indian embassy here in New Delhi, and the joint director Indian embassy call came again, and they told that we want to start this flagship program under the banner of Indian Technical Economy Corporation, if you are ready with it. And I gladly agreed to that proposal. Next slide, please. So then immediately after 2016, in 2017, we got an Indian international platform. So it was so sudden, even I was not, when I was naming the program as International Public Health Management Development Program in 2016, I know that it will gain an international platform, but so quickly it will gain, I was not aware about it. So then there was a flurry of participants. So we had this course, you might remember, in phase 2, there are, then came the phase 2, and the first course, that is for international middle level managers. So we have a middle level managers course. So we have 33 participants from 21 countries in this third course immediately in March 2017. So you might see that we started in 2016, and March 2017, we have an international course totally sponsored by Indian Technical Economy Corporation, Ministry of External Affairs. So then came, again, after this course, the ministry people came here and evaluated that there was a lot of demand for this course. And when the mid-level manager go to their countries, their senior level people, the bosses sometimes doesn't accept. So why don't you conduct a course for their bosses as well? So this was our phase 3 of the program. Can we move to the next slide, Kritika? So then we move to the next phase, that is phase 3, public health policy and management program. So it was actually conceived for 5 days, not 10 days. IPHMDP is for 10 days. This course is for 5 days. And this course was especially planned for primarily for senior level delegates. So this was our phase 3, international, but for senior level policymaker or program implementers. So then came COVID. So we had many courses which were there, but then came COVID-19, and you might see that there was everything was closed, school was closed, and then a lot of restrictions were there. But we tried to make use of that COVID era, that we launched this online programs, because ministry asked us to to have courses on COVID. So you can see various participants. So we had 3 courses on managing COVID-19 pandemic, and we shared what are the experiences and best practices of India in managing COVID. And some of your participants, you can see in the first course, we have 84 online participants, then 72 participants, then 39 participants from different countries who participated in this courses. But that started that online thing, and we started domain specific courses. Many of the participants earlier used to say that this is a general management, Dr. Goel, but we want to learn supply chain management. We want to learn human resource management. We want to learn leadership, soft skills, or digital health, or many other things. So that started our online programs. So that was the phase 4, that is online domain specific courses. And then there was no looking back, because we have many other courses which have started. And you can see these courses on leadership, communication, supply chain management, health system strengthening, quality management, and so on. So we had 10 plus online domain specific courses now. And in that domain specific online courses, we have 500 plus participants who have been trained. Next. So then comes our next part of the journey, that is e-learning center for public health. E-learning for public health center, because then many participants who are not from high-tech countries could not participate, including Indian participants. So Indian participants used to say that we were not given opportunity to participate in these courses. So can you start some program for us? So similarly, for other countries for which ITech could not sponsor, so we started this e-learning portal for public health. If you go to the Google, you can find this e-learning for public health. And there also we have all these courses. And we started 3 months of IPHMDP basic and 6 months of IPHMDP advanced course. That was for very nominal fees, which we have kept. And we used to give certificate through IPHMDP. Then we have basic course on tobacco control, advanced course on tobacco control. We have courses on nursing leadership and management, competency-based nursing education and core competency of nurse educator, postgraduate diploma in primary healthcare management, and research methodology course. So these are some of the courses which have been trained. And besides the participants of IPHMDP, 620 participants have been trained on e-learning portal as well. So then comes the phase 5, senior level program managers, because we used to think that the participant from other country used to come to India and learn from Indian settings. Why not our participants participate and go to other countries? And many of the national health mission, which look after the health of our country, their senior persons used to approach us that we should plan a course where participants of India learn best practices from other neighboring countries. Right. So then we started this program, which is known as Executive Leadership Program. And happy to inform you that this is the first batch of Executive Leadership Program, which was sponsored by National Health Mission of one of our state to have a collaborative program with Mahidol University, Thailand. So the participants went there in Mahidol University for 5 days, and they were trained there. And the second program for another state just happened in this year in 2023, and they went to Taiwan with National Taiwan University. And similarly, we want that if we can have this, we can discuss later, that if we can have some program for our officials in your country, so you are most welcome to inform us about the good practices. Next, please. So phase 6 are the country-specific courses. Now, various countries, participants like you have been trained. They wrote letter to the embassies. Many of you have written the letter to the embassies to conduct a program for their own country. And then Nepal was the first country which told to us that we want to conduct a program, especially for Nepal delegates, and 45 senior level participants came here, including their Nepal Medical Association president, Nepal Medical Association secretary, and many other participants came here in June 22. And we had a special program for Nepal, and we are having an upcoming program of Nepal maybe in June this year as well. And then you can see this. This was the cohort of 21st IPHMDP, but this was our phase 6. That is country-specific courses. Next, please. So besides country-specific courses, we recently had a course with Myanmar as well. The country-specific courses, Myanmar participants came here and they also did programs here. And then we are having inter-country call for training program, because there are certain country, there is a provision in Indian Technical Economy Corporation that not only the participants can come here, we as a faculty can come in your country and train a cohort of participants. So that's another opportunity. So we have this Thailand, Nepal, and Paraguay. We had received a call from them to conduct a course in this year. So possibly we'll be coming to these countries to conduct a course based upon our availabilities. Next, please. And you can see this IPHMDP footprint, and you are all part of this footprint. We have 1,080 participants from 85 countries who have been trained under this umbrella, this broad umbrella, and I always consider them as very close to my heart. Next, please. These are some of the glorious glimpses. You might not see your images here, but the report which we used to share with you, you must cherish that, because that concisely describe what all you have done in the entire 5 days or 10 days of stay with us. You can see a lot of games were there, selfie board were there, discussions were there, and many more. And you also shared the good practices of your country. Next, please. This is our recent publication of the entire model. This was developing a capacity building training model for public health managers of low and middle income countries. So this was the recent publication in PLOS 1, where up to 2018, we have described how we have developed the training model and how it was tested. So we applied the Kern and Kirkpatrick framework in developing this capacity building program. And I encourage you to read this paper. It is available free of cost on, if you just Google my name or Kritika's name with developing a capacity building training model, so you might find a paper. And I encourage you to read this, that how we have developed this program. So now I hand over to Dr. Kritika for your all sessions, because now I have spoken a lot, and now because we are thinking of making an alumni association, so we want you to speak more on it. So over to Kritika now.
Thank you very much, sir. And thank you for bringing back all the memories from 2016. I think there is a participation from all the batches, and I could see, I can see many of the faces who were very active during the program. So I expect all of you, because your contribution matters to us. So we'll be discussing on few of the things. We'll start with suggesting the name of Alumni Association. I request all of you to kindly use the chat box to put your ideas, and kindly use the chat box only. And if needed, we'll ask you to please unmute, but kindly use the chat only. So we'll start with our first topic. So there are a few rules. Each point activity time will be 5 minutes, and you can use the chat box or raise hand if you want to speak. In case you want to give any suggestion on a prior topic, then that has already been already been discussed, then we can write it in the chat box, or you can give it during the open discussion session. And we'll be retrieving this chat to make the final document, and we'll also share the recorded version of this presentation with you on Alumni Group. So we'll start with the name of Alumni Association. So I request kindly suggest us a name for this association. I request all of you kindly put your feedback, your suggestions in the chat box. We are waiting for it. Yes, many of you must have already suggested in the form which we sent to you, but we want you to kindly put it again on the chat box so that we can have an overview of all the suggestions. And the first which we can see is from Mr. Sherko, Global Public Health Alumni Association. Okay. Yes, like sir has said, we'll be retrieving the chat, and we'll be sending you the entire document, which is all the compiled minutes of this meeting, along with the recorded session. Great. I request all of you to kindly give your suggestions on the name of this Alumni Association.
So in the interest of those who have not joined, I will just keep on naming what you have told. I think Sherko has told about Global Public Health Alumni Association. Chavi has said Association of Public Health Champions. Then Sophia, Public Health for All. Then Owen, IPHMDP Global. Dr. Maruf, IPHMDP Global Alumni Association. Summer, Public Health Leaders Association. Sabita, Public Health Management Association. Migda, Health Enlightened Heroes. Rodrigo, Global Health Namaste. Wellington, Global Public Health for Health Workers. James, Global Public Health Management Association. And Feda, I think she has directed to me, Global Public Health for Health Workers. Dr. Christian, IPHMDP Global Alumni. Then Lengsia, Global Public Health Focus Association. Rehma, IPHMDP Global Alumni Association. Charmisu, International Public Health Association. Then Chavi again, I think Association of Public Health Think Tank Leaders. And Mary, IPHMDP Global Alumni Association. IPHMDP Global Alumni Association. Okay. And International Public Health Alumni. Then Sania, World Public Health Management Association. Wonderful. I think great ideas, and one or two I can take, and then we can move to the next one. Muhammad Ibrahim, IPHMDP Global Public Health Alumni Association. So we will try to retrieve all of them, keeping them in front, and have one name. And in the next meeting, we'll be announcing that name. Yes, so IPHMDP Great Leaders Association, Traya. So yes, so I think Kritika can move to the next one, maybe.
Thank you for your suggestions. And now let's move on to the vision, which is the most important, I think, for this alumni. So I request all of you to kindly use the chat box to write the vision of this alumni group.
This is a very important line which you need to write. So try to write it. Take time. We have 5 to 7 minutes in which you need to write the vision. What you think is the vision of this association, according to you? After some time, I will read, but I am giving you time to think and write. After 2 to 3 minutes, I will read on. Right. So I'll keep on, you can keep on writing. I will read some of the interesting visions which are coming on the chat. Sophia has said, develop collaboration between members on health related topic. Sabita said, health system strengthening. Sania said, one world, one public health. Brima said, a better health and well-being for all. Chavi said, cater to the need of all public health professionals by providing holistic quality and public health education. Dr. Maruf said to work for global health concern under one umbrella, that is pandemic, NCD, malaria, TB, HIV, from good health to good sustainable environment. Sherko said, promote lifelong learning and professional development, provide opportunities for network and collaboration. Feda said, one world, one public health. Yeah, this issue was raised during COVID, okay. Leticia said, transmit what has been learned in training in our countries with the use of technologies and pedagogy adapted to health workers and associated jobs. Khairudin Barkat says that strengthening world public health issues. Wellington says to share public health ideas, skills, knowledge in order to improve health service delivery globally. Dr. Christian said better health for all. James says that strengthening public health professional global. Kur Ezekiel said to enhance international collaboration in management of public crisis and improve health service delivery. Bathibatsi said promoting competent public health leaders and managers. Lengsia says that capacity building on public health management based on each country resources. Zeneb Fair says establishing a culture of belonging. Tarimisu says health for all. Rodrigo says improving and integrating public health officers all around the world through soft skills and personal development. Feda says collaboration is very important during crisis, but it should generally use worldwidely. John says to improve public health management for international leaders. Chavi says to serve as a platform to connect public health leaders to have interaction on health related areas. Wonderful. I think we got at least, if not the complete vision, but we got the words and the sentiments behind the words. So it might happen that we might mix and match these words and come up with a common vision, which we have said. So I think Thuraya later, Mary said health for all through global health, health system strengthening, collaboration, networking, and governance among health leaders and managers. Safin says collaborate on projects and share resources to make positive impact on global community. Thuraya says working towards quality leaders promote quality public health services. Sonam says building capacity for improved global public health. And Leticia again says create a repository of training materials for future trainers in countries wishing to learn about soft skills in health, personal. And Rehma says enhancing international collaboration in public health through capacity building and improve global health. Thanda says promoting a strong relationship. Right. So lot many. I'm really happy that you are all have something in mind, and we'll try to, as I said, we'll try to mix match these words and come up with a very strong vision statement of our association. So now maybe Kritika, can we move ahead?
Yes, sir. Now it's time to discuss on the mission of the association.
So there are some of the statements in the earlier part where we can categorize as mission, but if you have already said that, please don't say again in the mission statement. If you want to say, like I always say, mission, vision is what you see ahead, what you want to see as an association ahead, say 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years down the line. And then through association, what you want to see in the world. And mission is like mission comes from missionary. So what missionary, what is the aim of a missionary? So what is main one thing which is coming for which like missionary are working for certain things. So similarly for us, for what we will be working on. Some of you have already done so, but we'll give you another a few minutes to write the mission statement. If you have already written that in the vision statement, please don't repeat that. I have just given a mission statement of like one of the companies, that is Tata Motors. So what they used to say, to deliver value through our product and services and to be the most trusted global network for our customer and supplier. So this is just an example of a mission statement. I have given another one of Apple iPhone. So Apple mission statement is to bring the best users experience to customers through innovative hardware, software, and services. So this is how you need to write one line on mission statement. And see the difference between Apple vision statement and mission statement. Vision statement is to make the best product on the earth and to leave the world better than we found it. So this is how we have the differences between vision and mission statement. Right. So many people have written it. Karma has written One Health for All, and Thraya strengthening health management system. Samson to improve leadership and excellence in health practices through training for a healthier world. And Mikta has said vision 3Ps: perceive, that is to understand, to learn, perceiver, understand, use, and perfect it for all world. And Chavi has said provide one-stop solution to address global health concerns and create a platform for learning and sharing the best practices from public health leaders. Wonderful. And Owen has said to create partnership and collaboration with NGOs, government, and other stakeholders in developing nations to create efficient health system across the globe. And Stephen has said to offer a platform for public health to thrive internationally. And Royalty has said attaining an inclusive, innovative global health through international collaborations. Wonderful. So I think we have got again, if not the complete statement, but at least few words, which we will mix and match again for making a mission statement. Feda has said, I think Feda has said to promote and strengthen public health management through strong training and best practices through better, efficient health system globally. Sophia, scientific collaborations, support, exchange of expertise and resources. And Sabita, enhancing managerial and leadership skills of healthcare professional. And Rodrigo, increase the capacity of management and leadership of health officers. Yes, Kritika, can we move to the next one now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can go ahead. Our mission is to promote and protect the health of people worldwide by preventing and controlling diseases, promoting healthy lifestyle, and ensuring access to quality healthcare for all. Right. Yes, Kritika.
So the next is benefits of joining this alumni association. So I think we can definitely, from the vision and mission, we have come up with lots and lots of ideas, apart from the capacity building trainings, not just people from your country coming to our country, but also like we can have exchange programs, we can do research, we can have collaborative projects. Apart from that, definitely we have become a bigger pool of so many different domains and so many different specialities have come together. So I would say that it's a huge benefit. Apart from that, you can add upon that what all can be benefits we can take from this alumni association.
So the purpose of this, as Kritika has told, is what do you think that by joining this alumni now, because you have already come here, and what all you would like to benefit from this? So what all we should conduct as an association, what should all we conduct so that we can all mutually benefit? Or you as a person or you as an organization can benefit. So you can just write that for what purpose you will join this organization or association. Just not for the sake that you are alumni, but also because that in the subsequent time, by joining this association, you have built your capacity, like you want to have some lectures or some programs by us. So please write those benefits under now. Okay, so Chavi has said rightly that whatever the emerging gaps, emerging challenges globally are happening, so we should have some lecture series. This is what I understand, that we should have some lecture series on the current challenges, how current challenges were overcome. So that is what we should have some lecture series on it. Or we should have an expert group as well. like we should have a inter-country expert group who can work on collaboratively to mitigate that or to give some recommendation. So I think two things have come on. Dr. Kritika, I think your team is writing on. So one thing is on lecture series on some emerging topics, and one having an expert group among the alumni to deliberate upon an issue and come up with a recommendation. We can also have a best practice session on certain issues. Like if we come up with, we can come up with 12 issues in a year, on monthly basis, and the people can present their best practices in their country on that particular issue. And then we can come up with a conclusion. Lengxi has said, learn public health management skills in different paths. The example, collaborate in research. Yeah, that is one thing. Collaborate in research. And I think the first one, Lengxi has still the same thing, like learn public health management skill in different past example, link those who have similar interests to go together. So I think we should learn from each other on best practice. I have already told, and collaborate in research will be the third one. And Leticia has said, access recording of case studies or workshop developed in other countries. Transcript of such recordings should be made available in several languages. Yes, that's a very ambitious task. So definitely we will try to have important lectures on different aspects, and then we can have transcripts. So if we can all volunteer that if you can transcript in French, or if you can transcript in this, so we can have IPHMDP in different languages. So that is another important thing. And Maruf has said, okay, so I'm not, you can always say if I miss something. I think Sherko has already said what I've already said, that valuable resource for a university. Sanchita, yeah, very nicely said that create an advocacy subgroup on a specific issue and channelize our efforts to bring a change. Very good, Sanchita, you have very rightly said that we should create an advocacy subgroup on certain issues or a topic. I've already said that when we will be making a group, we'll be working on that best practice and we can come up with the recommendations. Very right. And Feda has said to face all challenges we have. Okay, that lectures and all fine. I've already sharing experiences. I've already told. How countries are managing their health system. Yeah, this can be again. This is what I think Sanchita was also trying to say, that we can narrow down on certain topics, and then we can have some lecture series on it, some best practices sharing among us, so that we can come up with a common thing. Secure partnership. I'm not sure how to secure that partnership. That is important. In the open discussion, the thing which was not captured by me, you can always say that. So we'll be having an open session towards the end, how to secure partnership. Awarding e-certificate for short courses attended. Yes, definitely. That's a very important point, that certificates will be awarded. And of course, we are trying to accredit IPHMDP. So you can help us out how we can get the accreditation in different countries. And Mary has said access to research manual best practices and the references. Surely, I think we can have a pool of resources on our portal, so that you can become not only the resources, but we can among ourselves, we can become the facilitators or pool of experts. So we can also invite you on different topics. So you can suggest over a period of time, we'll be sending you links that in which topic you are proficient in, so that we can record your lecture as well. And we can display that lecture as a part of the big exercise. Training course for free and collaborative work. Yes, Rodrigo. So definitely we'll try that. We will have some training courses for free, and while awarding certificate, we charge a minimal fees for that. Online workshop, that's an interesting thing, and I was also thinking about it. We can have not only online workshops, but also we can think of having some regional workshops which you can conduct, and we can be, you can conduct, and IPHMDP alumni can be invited for it, and we can find a sponsorship, or we can travel on our own, or we can have some online public health forums or online conferences or workshops. Network of learners, yes. Co-creating proposals, that's another interesting, Sanchita, and I think that's a very important thing, that we all are in different countries and we have grants. Because every country, we have grants between countries. So Indo-Nepal, Indo-Bhutan, so these are the grants. So we can write proposal jointly. We can write proposal jointly, so that in group, we can always circulate what are the opportunities. What are the opportunities for you? So we can also circulate, and you all can also circulate only the opportunities, not any other thing. Yes, Owen very rightly said that, because there are these challenges are cross-cutting across globe. So we should be able to find the best strategy, and that's why we will be forming an advocacy subgroup as has been advised, and we'll work on some good practices of different states or countries. Right, so Savita, that's right. So I think more trainings, workshops on specific issues. So we have written those comments which have come to you, but in case I missed something, so you can always tell them towards the ends of this session. Kritika?
Yes, sir. So I think it was a very fruitful discussion over the benefits, and definitely we hope that we would fulfill all the feedback which we have received so far. So let's move on to our next topic.
Kritika,
Yes,
I'm just thinking, just to break the monotony, if we can invite our participants here, if you can raise hand, if I have not spoken anything, because our team is writing, so you can always add that point right now.
Yes.
Because that benefit point is really important. So can we move to the last slide, benefits?
Yes. So I request that you can raise your hand if anything has been left, or any suggestion you want to give for the benefits.
Anything, please feel free that this is the thing. If I join this alumni, I will be empowered, capacity building, I will be. So whatever you are thinking, please tell that. Anyone want to raise hand? Okay, Sanchita, yes, please.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. Although I have not been part of this course, but I'm getting understanding what had been gone through this and what would have been the benefits, how the participant alumni would have benefited from it. But I just wanted to add on that how, if I have done this course, how can I bridge the gap between my colleague who or any aspiring public health professional? So that gap need to be bridged. So something I think it would have been either this course, some of the components can go into the MPH curriculum of different universities that can be taught of, either in PGIMER can collaborate with, so that it can reach out, that what the ECHO says, democratize the knowledge. That will definitely help the new budding and aspiring public health professions. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful. I think you have understood in this 1 hour or Sanchita about this particular program. And definitely, I think how to incorporate the learnings of the IPHMDP in your curriculum, in your training curriculum, wherever you are. So you can always incorporate those lectures and lecture series in your academic curriculum or in your program curriculum. Very right. Thank you. Anybody else want to chip in now?
Good evening, sir.
Yes, Dr. Savita. Good evening.
Sir, I want to add one thing. Through this, if we can arrange the conference regarding management and leadership regarding public health area, so it should be great for learning, because if through this we can be able to present whatever research is doing in this area. So it will also motivate us to the research in this area. So my city, if we will able to do the conferences. It was
right. You have almost whatever I was thinking, Savita. You have almost stolen that. I was also thinking about the same thing, having a conference. So that's why we are developing this cohort. And if we have some good practices across countries and those things, I will try to collate all the material which can come in this conference, the big conference. And
yes,
so I will collate all of them and so that we can have a workshop maybe in 2024 or 2025.
yes, sir. It will be very cost-effective way to extend our knowledge across the this IPHMDP program, across our alumni group, and we can invite lots of participants can join us. Other people also will join for the exchange of knowledge,
Yes,
research.
yes. No, I think wonderful idea, and I totally endorse this idea that we will be conducting the conference maybe next year or next to next year. By the time we will be connecting with you all and listening to some of the good case practices on different issues, and so that we can have different sessions on different areas. So I will keep on working with you on this in subsequent time.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Yes. So next, anybody else? Okay, wonderful. I think that we got the idea, and we will move to the next. Now, scope of work and collaboration. I think some of you have already said that. What are the collaborative source? But how you are thinking your university, your wherever you are, how we can collaborate. So you can pitch on your ideas that how IPHMDP, PGI can collaborate with you, because on different forums, how we can collaborate, how your university can collaborate with us, or how your health system can collaborate wherever you are. For next few minutes, please give your ideas. Yes, please write. Yes, Mr. Abbas, yes, you want to speak? Please go ahead.
Yes, greetings and everybody, welcome back. I'm back from Maldives, Mikdad. So, anyways, right now my field has changed and I'm moving on to tourism sector mostly. But tourism sector in Maldives is the main sector. So, yes, from previous experiences and everything, I hope to take the implementation and everything, the practices, because at the end of the day, we are both a service provider. I mean, and in service industry, customers are right. So I believe there are a lot of good things that me being here and what I can teach and take from here to that sector also. So if we can collaborate in that area is also very good.
Wonderful. I think that's a very excellent idea because management and leadership is very cross-cutting, and all these lessons which we used to have, I think, in which program you were, Mr. Abbas?
I was in the leadership development in health sector in 2021 in online session.
Online session. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. I think it was a special course for Maldives. Was it that?
No, cross country. I
No.
think 61 countries were there people.
Oh, multiple countries were there. Okay, okay, fine, fine, fine. Because there was one course especially for Maldives on, I think, supply chain
Supply
management.
chain. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was on supply chain.
Right, right, right. So wonderful. I think that's a good idea that we can always, because these are all soft skills which are cross-cutting. So we can always have this program. And if we receive some sort of correspondence from you on our IPHMDP, that this is the thing which we are thinking on, and we can always, I think, have joint programs on this sector. So we can keep on thinking. And in case you have some idea, please write it to us, and we will definitely like to conduct a program in your country. Anybody else want to conduct a program or want to collaborate in some or the other ways? Okay, Sabita has said we have to go through Ministry of Nepal in India. Yeah, definitely. I think that's another route. There are two ways of doing it. I have already told you that you can all write letters to ITEC to conduct a special program for your country official for which you can come here, or you can conduct an on-site program in your country in which you can be a facilitator because you are already trained in IPHMDP. You can be a facilitator. From India, we can few people can come over in your country and train a group of participants. So that can be on-site or off-site program. It depends on you how you pitch ITEC. So it is all like that. Rodrigo?
Hi, everyone. Good morning for all of you, Professor Sonu and Dr. Kritika, Dr. Nandita. Nice to see you again. The Indian Embassy in Paraguay have offered special training like Nepal or like this for 30 Paraguayan health officer. And that was a email I shared you and your team last March. I don't know if you have received this.
Yes, I would like to chip in. Yes, Mr.
those people that maybe we can work together with this special training for Paraguayans. I don't know if you are okay with that.
I think that's a wonderful idea. If you have already got a go ahead, because of this, I mentioned that in my introductory lecture that we have received a call from Paraguay as well, and because of your intensive effort when you went back and you pitch in with the ministry. So now you need to, I think, we just need because this is a correspondence, I think, to us, IPHMDP, or is it through ITEC? Because if it goes to ITEC, Ministry of External Affairs in our country, from your embassy, then they advertise this course, and automatically the people from different parts of Paraguay or different department are being nominated. So you will not have to do anything. The only thing which need to be done is the letter should route to ITEC in our ministry, and then we will also follow up.
Okay, I will. I will get contact to you to the ITEC email or something, and I will. Is it on me? Okay, thank you.
So, Dr. Kritika, if you can respond to that mail which have come from Paraguay, with a copy to Rodrigo that the same thing, that if that mail can be routed through ITech Ministry of External Affairs, we will be happy, and just write an email address so that Rodrigo can get the mail returned from his embassy to our Ministry of External Affairs, the Joint Secretary.
Yes, sir. So the last communication which was received was they asked Dr. Rodrigo to send a proposal. So right now the Indian embassy is not involved, the embassy of their country is involved. So I can speak to Dr. Rodrigo and we can chalk it out.
Right.
Okay.
So in the thing, Rodrigo, you can just write in that email that the ITech this thing. So please route through this, and Rodrigo can, I think the context which have been, the context for which the study was there, IPHMDP, he can write one paragraph that they can be trained on capacity building, on management, leadership, various skills, and whatever topics have been there. So that's a concept which he can always share to them, and with a copy to ITech, and then I think the game can start, and we can also follow it up.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Rodrigo, for taking it up in your country. I know that you, Leticia, I think you work together in that course in taking this cause forward. Wonderful. And
Okay,
in the meantime, in the meantime, all of you are coming, so many people. So I think there are few things which have come on the chat section. Researching the latest studies, that's an important topic. I think our team will write that we can have a joint research on some issues, right? So we will be identifying those issues which are cross-cutting to you as well, and you all will be a part of that research. Wonderful. And then I think this was a good idea of Rima, and the Rima also suggested that well-being awareness of natural remedies, especially in India, is a pioneer in this field, right? So I think that can be one area, but we can find out other areas as well in which we can have joint research. But that's wonderful, Rima. I think. Thank you. So Rima, are you still in that coordination company? The main, I think, media, if I correctly remember. Rima? Okay, I think there's some. I'm wondering if we can participate in giving this course based on our experiences. To conduct program collaboration, if possible, to have compilation of health system backgrounds of all attendees per country. Yeah, that's a wonderful thing, Mary. That's wonderful thing, and that's what we are suggesting, that we will be having a structured one-pager in which the health system background based upon certain pillars. So we are thinking on that, and similarly on best practices. So I think after this slide, Kritika will tell you something that what we are publishing in future. So you all can contribute in that publication, and you will be finding your name into this. So that's an interesting thing. Yeah, I think a lot of things have come. So we will retrieve that. So we can go to the next point, Kritika. Yes. So this is about what we can contribute as a member to the association. Like one thing we have already said, that you can be a faculty, you can deliver some, if you are interested in delivering a lecture on certain thing for which you are expert. So we will be inviting you to deliver that lecture, and we will be putting that in the platform. So this is your contribution to this association. Similarly, when you are organizing a program in your country, and you being a faculty, and if you are calling a team of IPHMDP from here, so this is your contribution. Similarly, when you are organizing a conference or a workshop, a national workshop or a regional workshop. So that is your contribution. So what can be your contribution as a member? So please write that what can you contribute? 3 things I have already told, but you can always write, or you can always speak in case you want to speak. So you can always speak. Anybody? Most of you have already said that in the earlier points, but yes, what do you think as a member? Yeah, I think Maruf has said very rightly, saying Dr. Maruf, help in collect data country-wise. Yeah, so that's a very good thing, that one pager profile. So we will be sending that. We'll be sending that subsequently. So maintaining a repository of material at translation of reading session. That's wonderful, Leticia. I think if we can have translation of those English lectures into Spanish. So because there is a lot of demand, so we can conduct a course, online course in Spanish. And similarly, if anybody else want to contribute by converting those English lectures into their own language, so that will be really wonderful. So that we can write, maybe Kritika, I think that point need to be written there, that we can ask. Very good. I think these 2 are excellent suggestions. Anybody else want to give some suggestion on your contribution? Research. Okay. Lecture. Yes, Sabita. So we will be inviting for lecture. What will be the topic of your lecture? So we'll be inviting you, all of you, in fact, all the alumni, and we will see that. Okay. So Migda has said, I'm a computer geek. So what we can expect from you? Okay, so keep on writing in case any other things comes to your mind. Keep on writing there. I will be we'll be retrieving the chat. Share local programs and experiences. Contribute to studies. That is one. Research. Sophia has said contribute to studies is research. Share local program and experiences. This is about sharing best practices, and also articles. I can help with collecting data show the program to my. Yes. So Migda, translation is my specialty. Very good, I think. Send me the document and the language you want it to be translated. That's wonderful. So I think you are an asset, Mr. Abbas. So we will definitely put the Google form, and then we will invite what thing you can do to be part of research. Wonderful. And I think now I can see Darren as well. Happy to do lecture. Yeah, wonderful. So Darren, we will be happy to have you in the lecture. So we'll be inviting that in our next Google form. Collaborative research, wonderful. So Musa has rightly said, I think 4 or 5 points. Research collaborations, mentorship, resource mobilization. Yeah, so I think we can think of resource mobilization as well for the programs, and ethical issues in respective countries. Okay. Very good. So research, I think Pramita has said about the research, entomological research. That's wonderful. So Kritika, can we move to the next one now?
Thank you everybody for giving your valuable suggestions, and like we said that your feedback matters to us, so we'll be compiling them, and of course we'll be sharing it with our alumni group. And don't worry, the people who missed today's meeting will be sharing this recorded session with all of you. The most important thing I would like to tell you that we have thought of various things. So we have planned our next virtual meet on 26th June, same time. And we hope next time we will be having more participation. It is Indian Standard Time. And we are also in the process of developing IPHMDP website and a mobile application.
Interrupting Kritika, that
Yes,
in the
sir.
next meeting, not only various points will be discussed, but we'll be coming up with the name of the association, what will the final name. So we'll be
Yes.
announcing that. We'll be announcing the vision and the mission of the association in the next meeting. And we will be discussing, we'll be announcing what are the various points, like the things which we have discussed. So we'll collate everything as a form of like 2-pager association document for all your suggestion. Again, we will be circulating. It will not be final, but we will be presenting that, and then we will be asking your comments. Now, Kritika, what do you?
Yes. So we are in the process of developing the IPHMDP website and also mobile application, which is under development, and hopefully in our future virtual meets, we'll be sharing our website and the mobile application with you all, and we'll be eager to take your suggestions on that too. We
So
will
many
also
of
be,
you, in your program has said that we should have IPHMDP website. Many of you have said that time, and we were not able to do that because of not many things. But now we are launching that website, and we are in the process of preparing that website. And similarly, about the mobile application, many of you have said that we want to have the mobile application, all the forms, everything, the new alumni comes, so everything should be filled in that mobile application. So we are also in the process of it. But first, we are finalizing the website, and next year we'll be having the mobile application for new alumnus.
yes. Thank you very much, sir. We are also planning to circulate a Google form for volunteering to write testimonials, which will be of 150 to 200 words. Also, we'll be inviting you to give your live video testimonials, which will be of 45 seconds to 1 minute. Also, you'll be, like we said in our previous slides, that we'll be inviting you as a guest speaker for a podcast on, personal success stories, and which will be also posting on our social media handles, which will be a 15 to 20 minutes session. And also, we are thinking of developing IPHMDP notes. Our faculty has already consented. So you will be contributing in making case studies in that IPHMDP notes, and we'll be acknowledging you there in those notes.
So I will tell you about that thing, because these are some of the things which we'll be circulating a Google form, that who want to write a testimonial for IPHMDP. So some of the testimonials we already have as a feedback, which you have given to us at that point of time, but then you can write it in a more refined way. And the best few testimonials we will be publishing on our new launched website. Similarly, the live video testimonial, if you are willing to give a live video testimonial, not more than 1 minute, because they are short, crisp testimonials. So we will be inviting you for that as well. Similarly, we'll be having a podcast session for 15 to 20 minutes. Like, for example, you went there in your country, you did something related to what you have been told in IPHMDP. So you can always say that we learned this, and we could manage this COVID crisis. So you can have that. So we will be inviting you for podcast session. And similarly, about a case study book. This is what I was talking about. We are in the process of preparing IPHMDP notes. This is important. We are that, and that will be published. And we have already found those facilitators, like those facilitators who have actually delivered lecture. We have asked them to write few words, maybe 1500 words per lecture, IPHMDP notes. But there, not only facilitator, we want your equal contribution, and we want a case study from your country on some specific topic as well. And again, we will be inviting you for that soon as well. So these are few things which we are thinking for taking this association forward. So now it is the time for having an open discussion, open thoughts, and what you think you can do further. Kritika, you want to say something?
Nothing, sir. So these are few of the topics, if we can discuss upon, like any research, or
Regarding
it
the
can be
research,
open discussion.
yeah, it can be open discussion, but specifically on the website or anything in general, we don't want to discuss here specific research areas, because that's what we are going to reach you on that. That's no issues on it. But anything which you want to say to further this association. Do you think it's a good idea of floating this, having this association? Yes, please. Anyone?
And good evening, sir. This is very good idea, sir. It's a very good idea, and it's we are learning lots of things in very short time, in very cost-effective way, because otherwise it was not possible. So it's very good idea, sir, and it will great learning also.
Right, right.
Thank you.
So thank you, Dr. Sabita, and thank you all of you who have Chavi and all who have suggested that it's a good idea. And what we want is, because now you have been there in your own country, so it's not only facilitator who come here and train. You are also a facilitator for us, because you will be sharing some good thing which other people don't know. And we want the good ideas from you to come forward and to come to other countries. So we will be inviting you for that case study book, IPHMDP notes. Those who want to share their good practice on some specific topic, we'll be giving you the notes. We'll be giving you some structured heads in which you will be writing a concept note, and those 30 concept note which we find useful in the first phase, we will be publishing those. So we'll be reaching out to you, all of you, soon on that. But now, any other ideas, any other thing? We have few minutes more, 5 to 6 minutes. Anybody else who have not spoken and want to speak? Chavi, do you want to speak? You are the, I think, the first course alumni.
Yes, sir. I really learned a lot from during that time. It was like a first time, 2015 batch, and that time mostly it was people were from India only, and we have learned basic things which, because I have done MBA in healthcare management, so I wanted something in public health specifically, and this course really helped me to understand a lot of things in regard to the public health. And that time was my initial year in my career. So I would say that it really shaped me well in my public health career. So it was very fruitful and very enriching. And even some of the members whom I actually contacted that time, I'm still in contact. So I would say it was really, really helpful course. And I would really be part of this association. I know it is going to be useful for me till the time I'm in public health, or till the time my career trajectory goes.
Wonderful,
Okay,
wonderful, Chavi. Thank you very much. And that's why we all want to be connected together. Because when all are connected together, then we can learn more on it. That's why we have created just one platform, not multiple platforms. Yeah, anybody, please switch on your cameras for a group photograph. We'll have a group photograph. In the meantime, you can keep on speaking. Last few minutes. Darren, do you want to speak something? Please switch on your cameras, all of you. We can't have a physical photograph today, but at least in this online mode, we can just remember ourselves the memories of the past. I think Dr. Kritika and the team is clicking the photographs. Please switch on your cameras. I could see many people are still have not switched on. Just for a few seconds, switch on your cameras. Wherever you are, don't worry. I know that it's a different times, morning, evenings, afternoons for different people. So Kritika, have you switched? Have you clicked?
Yes, sir, I've done that.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So any last minute comment by anyone? I'm really excited for this association. I have heard many good ideas from you all, and it will be one of its kind if we all join together. Anybody want to say any last word? We have 2 more minutes. Okay, I think everybody is so mesmerized seeing everybody's faces. So that's why I could not speak. So I think really want to thank all of you before the formal thanks, which will be given, of course, by Kritika and Nandita and team. But I want to thank all of you for being here. I know that it is sometimes difficult, but we try to keep a time which is convenient for many of the countries who have been participating, but still there might be few countries for which it might be the late night, especially the countries down south. So, but I am really thankful to you all for being here, and we look forward to your presence on 26th of June as well. We'll be sending link. In meantime, we'll be sending you couple of Google Forms as well, to know your perspectives, right? So over to Kritika now for the formal last minute comment. I want to thank Dr. Sanchita for arranging this talk on ECO, because I think ECO is a platform. I don't know how many of you know about it, but we'll be utilizing this platform for this international get together. And I'm not sure ECO has been doing wonderfully well in conducting such sort of best practices and sharing best practices on different aspects. So I'm not sure on management and leadership, we have something in global and having so many countries together. Sanchita, do you want to say something?
So I suppose at the moment it's not there, but I look forward that today there was a meeting. Definitely we are going to start it in the future as well.
Yes, yes, we will be having this, and we will be making this a bigger platform, an international platform where we'll be sharing the best practices, and we'll be publishing those best practices as a compendium. Kritika now.
Thank you very much, sir. And thank you everybody for joining us. I would just say that one of our famous quote, which we used to, say during our courses, that separated by borders but united by IPHMDP. And today we have a cohort of 400 who is already there on our group, and I hope to have more and more of contribution from your side. And it was lovely meeting you today, especially people who had attended our physical courses. All those memories flashback, I could see the recent course participants. I am happy to see Rima, James, Kelichi, Sherko, and not many people, and people who were there in our online courses. I would say that using this platform, we will be meeting in person in India or maybe in your country. So thank you once again, and thank you, Dr. Sanchita, for making this entire this meeting a smooth one. And thanks to Dr. Nandita for preparing the presentation. And thank you, sir, for your support. So see you all on 26th, and we'll keep you updated. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, all of you.
Or should I close the meeting?
Yes, we can close the meeting.
Thank you.